Some see a student athlete working on his shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Linton Minor Basketball as they host the Linton Stockton Miners, host the South Knox Spartans. Now, I got a little bit of a cold, but we're going to get over that and get this game underway. Coach Garrett Van Evender is with us now, and Coach, there's no easy way to say this, but just got your work cut out for you tonight with the number one team in 2A.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're fast, and they get a lot of shots up in transition. We just got to learn how to slow it down and slow them down and make them only take one shot. We rebound it and do the same thing to them. So, we'll see what we're made of pretty much tonight. So,
you know, the nice thing is really your team has played well defensively no matter who they've matched up with.
Yeah. I mean, when you got Audrey Sullivan guarding probably their second best player, and she might be the best defender out there, but you got Bella, who's just really strong and really just pushes people around in a good way. She got in foul trouble the very first game, but she's learning from her mistakes, and really we haven't let anybody get out in transition. We haven't had live ball turnovers, doesn't seem like, so hopefully we keep that on the up and up, and we don't do that this game.
I know your last time out, 2 games ago, Audrey Sullivan had kind of what I would call a breakout game. J.C. Archer had the big breakout game last time out.
Yeah. Obviously both freshmen, they're coming up pretty big for us. They're obviously growing up a little bit. We're trying to treat them like they're not freshmen right now. Early in the season, obviously after December, they're not freshmen anyway. So they got to continue to grow a little bit more, but it's been a pleasant surprise early.
I want to just add something on JC and see what you're the coach, you know better than I, but it really seemed like she let the game come to her the other day. She didn't force things.
Yeah, I really think she only took one shot that I kind of wish she wouldn't have taken, and that was early in the first half when we just kept missing, and I wanted her to get downhill along with everybody, and once we started doing that and we kind of seen it and everybody just kind of flowed with the attacks and moving the ball, it just seemed like, she started getting into it, getting some easy shots and getting to the free throw line.
Did it help a little bit that your team was able to be nose to nose in a tough ball game and come out on top? I mean, you don't always win by a big margin. You don't always lose by a big margin. Sometimes you just win with 1 or 2 points.
Yeah, I mean, we're learning. We're learning as we go here. We seen it in Bar Reeve. We let them kind of get back into it after we had a little lead. And North Central, we kind of were just neck and neck, back and forth the whole game. And I think we should have pulled that one out in regulation. But, stuff just doesn't happen. But then North Davies came, and we had to win a different way. We kind of just pulled it out there with 3.5 and made them come get us, and got to the free throw line. And, one thing that's been our bugaboo early is free throws and shooting, and we kind of knocked a few down when we had to. So.
And I don't want to leave you without mentioning the McKee sisters, because they're so consistent out there for you.
Yeah, especially in that North Davies game. It just seemed like Liv kind of calmed everything down with that first shot to kind of go down. And Annie Addison there is just, she brings it in practice. She's trying to get everybody going a little bit more in practice. She's kind of one of those that I want to be a little bit more vocal. I don't know if it's ever going to come out of her, but we're going to keep trying.
But I think one of the best qualities you guys have is how tenacious you are defensively.
Yeah, well, we have to be. We've tried zone a few times and it just hadn't worked. So we've really been pushing man here lately. There's some teams that we're going to have to zone still, but we've been tenacious here on defense for 11 years, and we're not going to stop that now. So.
Is the key just trying to control tempo tonight?
Yeah, we can't let them get out in transition any. We got to be really smart. I mean, I'm sure you guys hear me yelling. I don't know if anybody hears me yelling. Actually, some of the girls can't even hear me, but be patient with the ball on offense. We want to be patient and get the shot that we want. We want to take the best percentage shot. We want them to take the worst one, and I mean that's just the name of the game.
And it takes the number of possessions away from everyone, but keeps it closer.
Yeah, obviously with football doing their thing, we kind of do the time of possession deal. We want to run the ball down the middle and keep it in our hands and take as much time off the clock as possible, and we'll take the best shot, and then we'll just go guard for a little bit.
Thanks, Coach. Before I let you go, I'm going to let you just say something nice about the football team because I know you follow everything, and they're getting ready to play for a state title.
I mean, it's just great. It's great for the community. It's great for the kids. I'm really happy Coach Oliver got back up there with this group. Obviously, coaching his son's probably pretty awesome. Hopefully I get a chance to coach my kids at some point other than Little League. But obviously, big shout-out to them, and can't wait to go watch on Friday.
Thank you, Coach, and good luck tonight.
Good luck, Coach.
Coach Garrett Van Evender, kind enough to come in and sit with us for a little bit to talk about tonight's contest. And they've got their hands full with the unbeaten Spartans of South Knox. Rated number 1 in 2A. They come in at 8-0. Linton comes in at 2-4. Heather?
Well, we want to thank everyone who is currently watching on tonight's Indiana High School Athletic Association Champions Network. And, Kevin, we've got a lot to get to tonight. First off, we want to say welcome to everyone who is joining us on the live stream for South Knox Spartans number 1 in 2A against Linton Stockton. As you can see here on the screen, Shaylee Killian is our feature for tonight's game day graphic. We wish all of you to go to our Facebook page if you are watching at home and let us know, or if you're watching or listening in the stands, how, for a possible shout out in tonight's broadcast. So we also want to say a special thank you to our Minor Pride sponsors. These sponsors signed on at the beginning of the season to be in rotation of every single broadcast. E2 Custom Creations, Michelle Stenger with Stenger Homes, Crane Credit Union, Team Ortho, Audrey Sparks with Richard Brown Insurance, Linton Sporting Goods, Jathan Wright with Indiana Farm Bureau, the Grill of Linton, Corey Motter with Century 21 Sheets, Alicia Cornelius of Indiana Farm Bureau, and Jordan Vaught Insurance of Bloomfield. We're going to go ahead and let you know, too, this graphic shows that this Friday the Linton Stockton Miners travel to Lucas Oil Stadium to face Adams Central Jets, and Rader Media Sports will be there. We will be broadcasting in an audio-only live stream capacity, so if for those that watched our Boonville football game, it'll be much like that. You're going to see a static screen with a scoreboard, sponsor rotations, parents, grandparents, community members can pay to see their name on the screen. And we've had a lot of people that have reached out that have said, hey, I'm going to Lucas Oil, but I'm going to put you up in my ear so I can listen to play-by-play of the game, and we thank you all for that. We're going to take a really quick time out to hear from our pregame sponsor, which is Jordan Vaught Insurance. Call Ross and his staff at Bloomfield for auto, home, and life. They treat you like family, making sure you are covered. So 45 seconds to preview Jordan Vaught Insurance.
At Jordan & Vaught Insurance Agency, you don't pay extra for the over 80 years of combined experience that will be available to you when dealing with questions about your auto, home, farm, life, or Medicare supplements. They're always there to help from 8:30 to 5 p.m. on weekdays at 123 South Franklin Street, the very same Bloomfield location since 1972. You may not realize the value of experience until you need it the most. Call Jordan & Vaught Insurance, your friends with experience, at 812-384-3535.
Welcome back to Rader Media Sports, and tonight's broadcast team is Greg Elliott on color, Kevin Rader play-by-play, I'm on producing, and we have a special treat tonight. We have our minor broadcasting student graduate Brenda Anderson in from Purdue for Thanksgiving, and we're very delighted to be able to have her join us here to run some camera and to kind of sprinkle in some color. So we want to know from you, how is Purdue?
It's really good. Obviously, I'm having a better time there than our football team's record. So, it's all right. I'm really excited for basketball season. Obviously, it started, so really exciting stuff on campus. And I really hope that our team can go pretty far again, because I think that's so fun. Like, now that I'm in college and I can say, like, I go to that school. So I'm really excited, though.
Now, I saw you sent us a picture, and we haven't posted it because we wanted you to make the announcement in the very, beginning of volleyball.
Mm-hmm.
You said that you'd got a job working as an intramural kind of referee, coach kind of thing.
Yeah.
But since that announcement, you've had something else happen.
Yeah, I did an application and had like a week of interviews and stuff, and I got hired as a supervisor of intramural sports. So right now we're in basketball season, so I'm able to bring my knowledge, obviously, to help the officials out. And really, it's just a great group of people, and I've met so many different people on campus through that, because without that I probably would only have pharmacy major friends. So it's really nice to kind of branch out and meet new people.
That's awesome.
So now you could do broadcasting, pharmacy. Now you can run the WNBA.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I should just do that.
Well, we're very excited to have you back tonight, and then we obviously turn around and see you again tomorrow, because we're having our minor broadcasting Thanksgiving/Christmas gathering at our home. It was scheduled last month, so I hope you come hungry, because I've been making food pretty much all day, and I'm going to make food pretty much tonight and tomorrow. So we're very excited to have you be able to join some of your former co-students, so to speak, and see the new students that we have as well. So we're very excited about that.
Well, I noticed one thing. We're not the only ones excited to see her. You notice the line coming up here and people waving Bryn down, and it's
pretty
a
cool.
lot of people are happy to see Bryn tonight.
I definitely miss the community. It's a whole different experience when you're in a big city like West Lafayette, and then you come home and obviously like the values are still the same and everyone still knows your name and everything about you, and I love that. So very happy that the community welcomes me back with open arms. So.
Well, we saw you talking to a number of the players and the coach, and so that's pretty cool, too.
Yeah, they
and
kind of huddled around you down there.
I was
saw
walking
that.
up here, and Coach Van Devener flagged me down and told me I'd talk to him first. So.
Well, then all the
pretty cool.
players, about 4 or 5 players got around you.
Yeah, I actually was invited to the game by one of the players, Aaliyah Sam, and it was before you guys actually reached out to me, and I was like, oh, this is perfect. I'll be here anyway. So
Awesome. Well, we need to get to a few housekeeping items quickly before this JV tips off, and we should remind everyone that the JV is only 2 quarters tonight. So JV will go pretty quick, and then varsity will follow. And for those of you that are watching right now, you have the opportunity to get out here not only to support the Linton Lady Miners, but following this broadcast, there is going to be a pep session for the state finals for the high school football team. So this gym will be rocking probably between 8 and 8:15. So that's pretty cool.
And we'll be here for it.
We will be here for it. We are going to show it in its entirety. You're going to have to disconnect from this game and then reconnect the pep session link, and we'll kind of put that out on our Facebook page in the fourth quarter.
If I may, Heather, and Bryn kind of brought this up that she kind of follows a little bit from Purdue, but Greg, talk a little bit about Greg Elliott joining us tonight as well, about what this means to the community, because you can just feel it when you're driving in town or when you walk, you go somewhere, and without fail, somebody will say something. Are you going? Are you going? Are you whatever?
Had probably 5 different conversations today, people coming in to my place where I work and just talking about the game and what they heard and the expectation, and it's just a really cool time for our community, and we've been blessed in this community to have multiple sports teams that have made some deep runs in several different sports. So there's a lot of minor pride in this community.
Well, I just can't imagine suiting up for a football game and walking out into Lucas Oil Stadium and looking up and thinking, I hope, soaking it all in for a minute before you kick it off to realize that, man, this isn't going to happen again.
No, those are experiences that you'll remember until you're not here anymore. You just
And people will
Don't-
ask you about it until,
yeah.
I mean, the kids will be asked
Yeah.
about it when they're in their 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
What was that like?
to play on a field that you see all the people that you watch on Sundays play, and
Yep.
college football games that play there, and so it's a big deal.
Okay, kids, help me here since we don't do the starters. I got to get everybody's number here. Number 22, I saw. Calissa Lavely for them. Is that 15? Layla Thomas, yes. Number 24, Sarah French. And let's see, what number's there? 23. I've got 4 of their 5 starters. I'm missing one, number 12, Ellie Burke. Okay. And for the Linton Miners, we have the same girls starting in the JV that we normally do, which right there is
Marley Rimmel.
Marley Rimmel handling the ball. Sophia Franklin with it now out on top. We've got Shaylee Killian out there, Abby McKee. But here we've got a layup going the other way, and it's up and good by Sarah French. 2-0.
Addison Gaither and Abby McKee.
Thank you. Circling
Abby,
my
strong
numbers
move.
here.
Gets the foul there.
All right. So Abby going right to the line here. Crowd still filing in. It's early, but, really a big night with probably the number one team. Well, it's not probably. It is the number one team in 2A coming in to play against the Linton Miners tonight. And then following that, the big pep session for the football team. And it's going to be a big night here. And you have plenty of time to get over here to take part. And believe me, you don't want to not be here for that rally. If you have any possibility at all, good idea for
Abby,
you to be
2
here.
for 2. Good start.
One thing, Greg, you're talking about stepping out on Lucas Oil. What I'm noticing from a number of Miner fans is that they were there in 2016 on this date, and 2015 as well. Came up in my Facebook memories from being there at Lucas Oil. So I know there's lots of people wanting to repeat, and just unbelievable memories to be able to have for your school, for your family, for your team, for your coach. Sons, grandsons.
Want to enjoy every nice move.
McKee.
Want to enjoy every moment of those because, again, you don't know when the next one's coming or if it will. And
That's
so,
exactly right.
nice
Nice
shot
jumper.
there.
A tray on the way by Ellie Burke. And that's a Walton Funeral Service three-pointer, our first of the night. Marley Rimmel kicks it inside to McKee. I'm sorry, Heather, were you going to say something?
Well, want to mention, too, that it's nice that the band and the cadets and the cheer team get to travel for that as well. So
Now, I think what I've heard is almost everybody's going down the day of. Is that
correct.
what I've heard? Football team and everybody?
Correct.
And the Raiders?
Yep, we'll be there.
Bren, are you going to be able to go?
Yeah,
I never even asked.
I'm going to be there on Friday with my family, so.
Oh, that's great. There's
It'll
a
be
shot
exciting.
by Franklin. No good. Bounce pass. South Knox on the run. Got somebody wide open. Off the glass for the bunny. And that's number 12, Ellie Burke. She has 5.
That's that transition defense. You got to stop ball and you got to find your man who you're covering because they will push tempo all night, both JV and varsity. Ball
went out of bounds there. It'll belong to South Knox, and it makes it 7-4 now. South Knox on top. They're driving with a basketball, coming out around the top of the key. Oop, setting up for a tray. I thought that was going to go down. It looked like a beautiful shot by Ellie Burke, and she already has 1 tray on the night. Sophia Franklin coming across the timeline. Ooh, looked like that could be picked off, but it wasn't. Great drive up and, oh, no good. It's a great drive by Shaylee Killian. Just couldn't get it to drop. There's a tray on the way, and that's good by Sarah French. That's another tray, a Walton Funeral Service 3-point shot. Franklin coming across the timeline just like that. It's 10-4, South Knox. Ball knocked away. Sophia having trouble getting rid of it. Gets it to Marley.
We should mention that this quarter is sponsored by Key Associates of Linton. Call Allie Walton, Mary Beth Geralds, or Audrey Sparks of Linton today.
Shaylee Killian trying to get the ball over in the corner and throws it a little bit high. Maggie Mullis has checked in now. It looks like. South Knox bringing it up, but a man for man. Tell you, I don't envy the point guard that brings it up against Shaylee Killian. Mullis with this interception there. With the steal, I guess. I'm mixing up my sports. Ball out of bounds. I noticed it, or we noticed it again the other day with the game on Saturday.
North Davies.
North Davies, where Shaylee Killian was just tenacious out there defensively.
She always is.
She always has been, even in practices when I played with her last year. Always down in her defense.
She's got to give them headaches, whoever's bringing up the ball. Nice block there by Remmel, but South Knox still comes away with the ball anyway. Feed it inside, and they try to kick it out. No go. There's jumper top of the key. Rims off. No good. Rebound. The follow. No good. And then the rebound by Abby McKee. We're coming the other way. Ball tipped away. What a pocket pick by French, and off the glass for the Bunny. 7 points now for Sarah French, and just like that, it's 12-4. South Knox. This is Raider Media Sports.
Linton Sporting Goods has an over 20-year tradition of offering Hoosiers the best in sports equipment and apparel. They feature Wilson, Demarini, Louisville Slugger, Marucci, Mizuno, and much more. Get ready for any sports season by shopping at Linton Sporting Goods on Highway 54, where the winners shop.
At Crane Credit Union, we offer checking accounts to fit your needs. We have high yield option, free debit cards, and online banking and free checks from members 60 plus. With no monthly service fees, you can start letting your money work for you. Learn more at cranecu.org.
2:45 remaining here in the first quarter. Sophia Franklin getting it inside to Mullis. Mullis with a nice feed to Killian. Oh, she used that one arm to kind of clear the way. And they caught her.
Use your body. You can't extend that arm. They're going to get you every time.
Usually, Shaylee is quicker than most of the people that are guarding her, so she probably could have gotten to the hoop that way anyway. Boy, French with a great drive. Wow. Killian was right on top of her, but it didn't matter. That's 9 points now for French. 14-4. McKee trying to back her way in, takes it off the glass. Abby McKee with all 6 of the minor points. Shot on the left of the key, no good. Killian. Ball goes out of bounds off South Knox.
Let your Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent, Jathan Wright, help you think about insurance. Stop by the office, submit your information online, or give him a call at 812-798-2615.
Mullis tied up instantly, and the ball's going to go to South Knox. Maggie just got it on the inbounds pass, and before she could do anything, she was tied up.
Gave her the ball right here in the corner where she's going to get trapped. And got to avoid those situations.
Burke getting it to Lavely, and Lavely over to French. Shot up, no good. Kick it out, a two-pointer. That's a sweet jumper by Kalissa Lavely, her first 2 of the night. 16-6. South Knox going to pick up at half court. Well, tried to get it to Remmel. It's picked off. Coming the other way, off the glass, and guess who? Sarah French, 2, 4, 6, 8, 11 for Sarah. Her team's 18 points. There's a traveling call on the Miners.
Call Brock Anderson Construction for your home repair and building needs. With over 25 years of experience in the construction field, we strive to have you come home to quality. Call Brock at 812-798-5583, and he says, go Miners.
I can hear him saying it too.
There you go.
We should have let her read that one, Heather.
I should have. Maybe we'll do that in the varsity.
I'm sure he's watching it, so hi, Dad.
Off the glass there. God, why didn't we think that's a great idea? Oh boy, a wall ball, and they're gonna. They save it.
Trying to
Abby
save
McKee.
Trying to save your voice, Kevin.
I know. I appreciate that. I really do. Trying to get it into Abby McKee. Just seconds, 20 seconds now remaining in this first quarter. Shot up off the glass, no good. Foul call. It's 18-6, South Knox. At the free throw line is Sarah French. That's her 12th point of the night. Shooting for number 13 of her team's 20 points. And she's got it. Sarah is a junior, but still, she's kind of dominating out here. And there's the pick. And a foul called on Killian.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the local expert. Corey Motter knows Greene County inside and out with years of experience and passion for helping you find your perfect property. Close it with Corey and make your real estate dreams a reality.
Jumper off the back of the iron. Loose ball underneath. Boy, a lot of traveling going on there, but it didn't matter. The buzzer goes off. At the end of one, it's 20-6. South Knox in the lead over Linton. This is Rader Media Sports.
Is your family protected? Contact me, Alicia Cornelius, your Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent, to discuss your home, auto, farm, life, or business needs. It's not just about protecting my family. Let me help protect yours too. Proudly serving Indiana, call to speak with me, Alicia Cornelius, one agent for all your insurance needs.
Welcome back to Rader Media Sports.
Excuse me.
Team Ortho Foot and Ankle Center is home to board-certified foot and ankle surgeon Dr. Matthew Parmenter, who has more than 35 years of experience treating patients across southern Indiana. For more information, call Team Ortho at 812-847-3381. Greene County General Hospital, our family caring for yours. Kevin, I see Brock threw us down here as one of the officials. Today's his birthday. And we're going to get ready to start the second quarter, sponsored by Key Associates of Linton.
Thank you. Abby McKee getting ready to, inbound the ball. Franklin gets it across the timeline to Abby at the top of the key. Whips it back to Sophia. They try to trap her. And we got a foul called.
Reaching in there. Got to reverse this ball. Keep it out of the corners. Get it in the middle, and we're swinging on the other side and keep it moving. We get it in, and then we get trapped. We don't do anything with it. We're not moving the defense. So
we should say that at the end of the first quarter was really halftime because they're only going to play 2 quarters. So we are in the in the fourth quarter basically now. There's a steal on the inbound. Going the other way is Ellie Burke. She passes it off, dishes it off to number 22, Calissa Lavely, and Calissa gets her 4th point of the night. There, the ball's knocked out of bounds.
It's going to be cold this year, so watch out for the ice. Make sure your vehicle is protected now before the ice hits. Call Audrey Sparks of Richard Brown Insurance to melt your worries away.
It's a good look, just needed to be executed a little differently, I think, there.
Yep. Boy, they know how to hit the open person. There is no doubt about that. 2 more points for Sarah French, and it's 24-6, South Knox.
This is Rader Media Sports.
Hello there, I'm Corey Motter with Century 21 Sheets. Are you a first-time home buyer and you just don't know where to start? Perhaps you're looking to downsize and you need to list a property and get top dollar. In any of those situations, you need a professional agent on your side. I have successfully opened doors for clients for over the last 4 years, and it is a complete pleasure of mine to be able to help them end one chapter and begin a new one. Navigating the real estate market can be complex, but with the right guidance, it doesn't have to be. Let me help you understand the housing market, and let's negotiate the best deal. So together, let's open a new door and close it with Corey.
Welcome back to Rader Media Sports, and Linton Sporting Goods serves Linton and the surrounding counties with quality sporting goods and screen printing for over 25 years. They also specialize in embroidery and team sales. Located on Highway 54 West in Linton, stop by and visit this family and locally owned shop today. And they've been extremely busy this week printing state championship t-shirts, and I'm told that those people who ordered have tomorrow only from 2 to 5 to pick up your orders.
Tomorrow from 2 to 5.
So if you do not pick them up tomorrow between 2 and 5, you will not have them for the state finals on Friday.
My.
And I guess another reminder, too, if you ordered a sectional or a regional or a semi-state shirt, you need to pick those up, too.
Lauren works incredibly hard, and she always comes out with the most amazing designs for every sport. It's insane how talented.
Ellie Burke with 2 there.
Yeah. Yeah, you wonder sometimes how she's even able to get everything done. I don't know.
She's
Sarah
very
French
busy.
using the left hand. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 17 for Sarah French. There's a pass that goes out of bounds, and the Miners are not having a good night.
They're having a hard time, it seems, beating South Knox back in transition, and South Knox is just sprinting back on every play.
Yeah, you think they've got the sense they can get a layup.
Yeah.
If they hustle. And they like getting the steals. Oop.
Moving screen there, got away with that one up at the top.
South Knox working around the perimeter, now to the right wing. Nice drive, and a bounce pass goes straight out of bounds. It was intended for Zoe Gilmore, but Zoe wasn't there anymore.
The grill is a Linton tradition that's lasted over 100 years and in the same family for the last 40. Open 7 days a week with steak night every Friday and Saturday night. You may dine in or carry out at this local eatery located in the heart of downtown Linton.
Killian with a rebound. Try to get it inside to Abby McKee. No dice. And we're off and running again. Burke with another bunny. 9 points for Ellie Burke. 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in this ball game. And then it's the varsity contest to come. I'm not sure what happened there, but Lavely comes up with the ball. Gets it over in the right wing. Nice drive. No good off the glass. The follow is no good, but there's a foul. Layla Thomas will go to the line.
One thing as a post player is you can have your arms straight up in the air, but the minute you move your hips, they'll call it a foul. So that seems to be the problem Abby got herself into there.
Rims around and falls.
One thing you know about South Knox teams, any level, they have shooters.
Is that right?
A lot of them, and you'll see that on the varsity level. But this JV bunch, they're
very fluid. They seem to understand.
They share the ball. They see each other. It's, they play the game the right way, and they're, again, heads up, dribbling down the floor. We're looking for somebody open, and
Abby McKee jumps the passing lane there. Gets the ball to Franklin. She gets across the timeline. She has nobody to pass to. Tries to get it to Abby McKee. Abby to Killian and out of bounds. So it'll stay with the Miners. 3:36 remaining in the contest, 32-6. South Knox in the lead in this junior varsity contest for girls. The varsity contest to follow. Killian.
Looks like the Miners need to create a little bit of space to kind of get those defenders spread out a little bit.
Yeah, they're almost in a combination man-to-man zone, aren't they? Because as soon as the ball goes in, they all sag on the ball. Millspa driving with the left hand off the glass. Brindley's first two of the evening. 34-6. Excuse me. Try to go to the top of the key. The ball's tipped up. South Knox running again. Millspa with a nice feed over on the left side. Shot up no good by Gilmore. Follow no good. Oop. Could have been a double dribble there, but ball on the floor. Tipped out of bounds. They're going to say it stays with the Miners.
One thing about Shaylee is she plays so hard. If there's a ball on the floor, her body will be going after it, always.
Boy, isn't that the truth? We have noticed that.
She gives it her all.
South Knox to inbound. Sarah French with the ball.
Shaylee does a good job of anticipating where a ball's going and pass it. She'll
jump that passing lane, didn't she? Yeah.
Really good. She does that quite a bit.
Trey on the way, in and out, no good. Rebound by Abby McKee. Abby will just bring it up. She loses the ball momentarily, and now I think they just thought she lost control there. .145 to play in the ball game. 34-6. Hard screen there on Shaylee Killian. Trey on the way, no good. Rebound Bunny, good by Layla Thomas, her first two. Shaylee going around the left side, loses the ball out of bounds. They're going to say North Knox ball.
Under a minute.
36-6. Again, the varsity contest will be coming up, and we'll have the Jordan and Vaught Insurance pregame show.
It's always dangerous to pick up that ball in a corner.
Yep.
We were talking about that earlier, but when you get that in the corner, you're usually done for. So I'm happy that Marley was able to find somebody to give that ball to.
Shaylee Killian knocks that ball out of bounds. 34 seconds now remaining. 36-6 is our score. Fifteen seconds now remaining in the game. They're just going to wait this one out. That's how it's going to end at 36-6. And if that's correct, the Miners did not score at all in the second quarter.
Nope, they did not.
Wow. Tough outing. The varsity contest to come, the Linton Miners hosting the #1 team in 2A, the South Knox High School girls basketball team. This Jordan and Vaught Insurance pregame show will be underway in a moment. This is Rader Media Sports.
At Jordan and Vaught Insurance Agency, you don't pay extra for the over 80 years of combined experience that will be available to you when dealing with questions about your auto, home, farm, life, or Medicare supplements. They're always there to help from 8:30 to 5 p.m. on weekdays at 123 South Franklin Street, the very same Bloomfield location since 1972. You may not realize the value of experience until you need it the most. Call Jordan and Vaught Insurance, your friends with experience, at 812-384-3535.
Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
At Violet & Company, we love assisting each of you in all of life's special moments. We are a locally owned floral shop at 69 North Main Street in downtown Linton. Contact us at 812-847-3208 to purchase your arrangement for any special occasion or stop in for that perfect gift. Stay in touch with us on Facebook under Violet & Company for upcoming events and to see our latest creations. We encourage you to live life in full bloom.
Welcome back to Rader Media Sports, and we're going to do a little bit of housekeeping since we did not get to do this during the first junior varsity matchup. We've got a number of sponsors that we'd like to thank in rotation tonight. First off is Jordan Vaught Insurance. Call Ross and his staff at Jordan Vaught for your insurance needs. Whether it be home, auto, or life, his friendly staff will treat you like family, making sure that you are covered. So call 812-384-3535 today.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Lady Miners.
Let them run out here on the court. And then there comes your South Knox Spartans. Tonight's scoreboard sponsor is Michelle Stenger of Stenger Homes. Buyers have more motivation to buy before the end of the year with tax break implications. So don't wait. Give her a call at 812-219-2307. Tonight's three-point shot sponsor is Walton Funeral Service. Funeral pre-planning with dedication to professional and compassionate service that leaves kind memories since 1915. From one generation to the next, from one family to another, Todd and Cindy Walton are proud of their funeral home's heritage. Their families have been there for this community for over a century and look forward to serving for many more years to come. They are your lamp of hope when you need them most. Tonight's quarter sponsor is Key Associates of Linton, serving Greene and surrounding counties for over 30 years. Key Associates of Linton has helped generations of clients and buy and sell homes. So whether you're looking to buy your dream home or next investment or sell your current home to enter into the next chapter of your life, call Allie Walton, Mary Beth Geralds, and Audrey Sparks to be there with you every step of the way. They are your key to the very best. We want you to stay tuned to tonight's post-game show sponsored by E2 Custom Creations. The holiday gift season is fast approaching and Christmas is under 1 month away. At E2 Custom Creations, they can help you create the perfect personalized gift for your special person by laser engraving on a variety of metals. If you have an idea or simply need help creating one, give them a call at 812-798-0174 or find them on Facebook at E2 Custom Creations. We should also mention, too, that tonight's starting lineups will be sponsored by Klusner Construction of Linton. Whether it is a remodel or new construction, you know it's going to be done right the first time, every time you choose Klusner Construction. So call Tony Klusner or Bart Wade of Linton today. Kevin, I'm going to let you kind of take it from here, except I'm going to do one more special thing, is to introduce tonight's broadcast team. And that is Greg Elliott on color, Kevin on play-by-play, myself, producer, and Bryn Anderson, our Miners Broadcasting student graduate assistant, is
our alum
to run camera tonight and sprinkle in a little color as well. So we're very excited to have her join us tonight as well.
Bryn, what's it like to be back for it's almost the first time, really, isn't it, in a way? I know you've been back, but I mean at an event like this where you're seen out in public.
Yeah, it's definitely nice to see some of these people that I've grown up with, because I'm still friends with a lot of the underclassmen that are playing. And so it's really nice to be home and just to see the community again.
It's nice that when a lot of things are changing around the world, one thing always seems the same, and that's where you're from.
Yeah.
You know, you can come home.
Yeah, I came back and I felt like not a lot changed. So I came home and I was like, I didn't know that Riles became aces. That was the one difference.
Oh, yeah, that's a big deal, isn't that?
I realized, so.
We should also mention
that's funny.
That we have a graphic on Facebook where we always like for you to go in and let us know how you're watching, whether you're watching in the stands or whether you're watching in the stands and listening to us or whether you're watching at home on the Indiana High School Athletic Association Champions Network. So, as always, we love for you to let us know, and we'll give you a shout-out. So, Judy Jones says, Aunt Judy Jones, Becca's aunt, is watching from California. Rita Burgess says, let's go Lady Miners, watching from home. And then Sharon and Don Anderson says, hey, Miss Bryn, and Lynn Schonk as well. So, Bryn, you have a fan club.
Oh, yeah. Hello, Mimo and Papa. Hello, Lynn.
There you go. We see Mr. Jeff Hall walking in.
See, you don't get that every day where you get to get on the broadcast and just say, hey, how's everybody doing?
Yeah.
We had the opportunity to interview Jeff Hall during the North Davies game about what it's like to drive home the Semi-State champions from Indy Lutheran. He said it was very quiet.
At least in his bus. In his
bus, it was quiet. They were resting. They were fired up when they got back home, and the Linton Fire Department grabbed a hold of, obviously, the buses and led them into town at 1:45 in the morning.
Didn't they say 7 fire trucks? Is that what I heard?
Yeah, Swit City, and you and I noticed this as we came through Bloomfield on the grade. Swit City was sitting, and Bloomfield both were sitting on the grade, ready to take them essentially to Swit City, and then that's where the Linton Fire Department picked them up. And
I woke up just in time to see it.
Well, we got home at 1:30. And by the time we crawled into bed, it was like 5 minutes later we could hear them. So we didn't miss them by much. But we had a quick turnaround the next day to get up and be down at North Davies by 8:30 to set up. So things were a little crazy on our end. So we should go ahead and mention, too, that obviously our next broadcast will be from Lucas Oil Stadium, which we are very honored to be selected by the IHSAA to go and be in an internet audio-only broadcast. So let me explain exactly what this means. If you've watched the Linton versus Boonville ball game, you know exactly what it's going to look like. You're going to see a static image on the screen. You'll see a scoreboard that'll change. I'll have a running clock. I'll control the clock as well. And then there'll be in rotation a number of sponsors, ones that have been with us all season for football. We've already picked up a few new sponsors for Friday night's game, and then we're giving family the opportunity to see their name or support their favorite athlete on the screen. That's one way, and that's free. You'll hear Big D, Dan Phillips, and Kevin. The other way is you can log on to ihsaatv.org and use a pay-per-view option like it was last week. That is a $15 fee, and that is not Kevin and Big D. So they have their own broadcast team that they will be choosing. We always encourage everyone to get in their car and go to Lucas Oil, and all that information to buy your tickets now is on both the school Facebook page as well as ours. But we're very excited. We've already had a number of people that say, I've already got it like kind of ready to go, so that way when we sit down in our seats, we can tune into you guys calling the game while we're watching it live. One thing we should say, though, we will not be on the IHSAA Champions Network this weekend because that is reserved only for live stream. So you will want to go to our Facebook page, and we're going to put out a tutorial for you. We found that worked really well last week. So we're going to do a test for you tomorrow evening, put it up, reshare it on Thanksgiving, which is Thursday, and then be ready to go. We go through media credentials and walk through and security at 9 o'clock on Friday morning and be ready to bring you this live beginning at 11 o'clock. So we're very excited to be able to do this. Kevin, I hope you're feeling better by then. We're working on it.
Yeah, I hope so too. But either way, I'm not going to miss it. So we'll figure it out. But I'm feeling a lot better. So I'm thinking by that time, hopefully, I'll be rid of this nasal twang. But it should be, Greg, as you pointed out earlier, one of those really, you can't say once in a lifetime because they were there in 2016. But
right.
You can't always bank on getting back, though, either. It's kind of like a Super Bowl when you hear somebody say, well, if you get there, you may never get back.
No, and it's not an easy thing to get there. You have to, about 4 or 5 weeks, just gauntlet of teams that you're playing to get to this point. So, yeah, it's a lot to be said, and you take advantage of the opportunities you get when they get presented because you might not get it again. So. And
we know certainly that when they go this far, even of the regular season, that it's not about us, meaning the broadcast team. But with that said, Big D, Dan Phillips, 25 years of doing these games. What a gift in your 25th year to be able to go to end it at Colts Stadium.
Oh yeah, and he's. As I have, I mean, we've seen the heartache, the blocked extra points, the goal line stands that felt like you got in and didn't, and I mean, we've had those heartbreaks and those things that have happened sometimes. So, you really kind of get yourself. You understand how hard it is to watch those kids work through things, to go through it and come up short. Then when you finally get some groups that get through, it's for everybody, and that's what's really cool.
And I know we want to talk about this, girls, but there's such a big football game coming up. Greg, I want your feedback on something that I said to Coach Oliver several weeks ago. I said that I thought of my 4-year tenure here, this is the best coaching job I have seen him do in the 4 years that I have been here. Because with injuries, having moved people around, and they never missed a beat. I mean, even when they lost their one football game, not to the team from Ohio. The team from Ohio, that was just a better football team. They were better that day.
Right.
But the second loss for the Miners, they really won.
Well,
if that penalty had not been called, the Miners would have won that one as well.
I don't care what sport it is, the best coaches are the ones that are able to adjust on the fly, adjust in the game. You can have the best laid game plan that you want to have out there. You can go into a season thinking that you're going to do these things, and then things happen. Injuries happen. You get out there in a game and somebody does something a little different than what you expected. And the teams with the coaches that are able to make the adjustments on the fly in the season, they're going to be the ones that are the most successful, and I don't care what sport that is. And the best thing about Linton football is that you have a bunch of kids that are ingrained in this culture that starts when they're a little bitty, and they play through it, and they understand it's cliche to say it, next man up, but these kids are willing to move from their position that's their preferred position to step in if that's what's best for the team, and they've done it all year long. And it's been fun to watch this year because of that.
I should say Coach Oliver, every time that I would bring that up, has been quick to point out that he thinks his staff is also one of the best in the state.
I would 100% agree with that. They've been there a long time. They've been in the program, through the program, and they know what the expectation is, and it just continues to build upon itself because of that. And so, again, hats off to all of them. They've earned this right to play here this Friday, and I sure look for them to continue their road to success here.
You are listening to the Jordan and Vaught Insurance pregame show, and Bren, I want to turn to you for a moment because you played against basically this same South Knox team last year when they were phenomenal a year ago, and they brought everybody back. How good are these girls?
They're really good. They're a really good team. You can tell that they trust each other a lot and that they can play together really well. Fortunately enough for me, last year I was also playing with the team that I knew really well and I trusted a lot. But it was a tough game. They're a really good team, and there's nothing you can take away from that. I mean, they're number one for a reason. So,
you think they're probably a little more on a mission this year? Because I think they thought they should have been there last year.
Yeah, I definitely think they have a reason to play a little bit harder. So Linton's going to have to work really hard to break them down and play with them and against them. But I think it's doable.
When you look at what they've done, this group reminds me of our group that we had that won back-to-back state titles. They're that type of talent, and they're really good. They took it last year. They felt like they probably should have been there. They were 1-2 in the state all year long, got upset in the sectional, and the thing about it is you can look at that a couple different ways, and that window's closing for some of these girls. And so what are we going to do to get better? You go through the summer, you off season, you work hard, and hats off to them too. When you look at their schedule, they have beefed up their schedule as well. So they got a lot of 3A and 4A teams on this schedule that is only going to make them better. They might lose a game or 2 or 3 before the sectional, but they're going to be better for it. They're doing all the right things to give themselves the best chance to run this thing through the state. Having said that, you go to the sectional, it's one of the toughest 2A sectionals in the state, year in and year out.
I'm hearing already that there's a little, I don't know, what to go back and forth a little bit about who's going to host, because I think South Knox wants to host instead of going to North Knox again this year.
Yeah, I mean, for sure in the postseason you never know what's going to happen, and I think that's what makes postseason so fun. For me, I enjoyed it. I love postseason because you never know what's going to happen. What team's going to bring their A game that game, and who's not, and who's ready and who's not. So you never know.
For this Linton team, tonight is a chance. Forget about score here. Are you getting better tonight? Are you gonna come out here and you're gonna play hard, and you're gonna play against a team that on paper is better than you, and you're going to take this to the next level for your season? What's Linton going to do tonight? It's going to be interesting to watch how this game plays out. But I can tell you, this team's going to come at you for 4 quarters, and you better come back at them for 4.
I agree.
You are listening to the Jordan and Vaught Insurance pregame show, and I'll tell you, it is a joy to have Greg and Bren here with us tonight. Heather?
Well, I'm thankful. I mean, this obviously everyone talks about Thanksgiving and what are you thankful for, and obviously one of my mottos is be thankful every day, but I'm just thankful to sit at a table with these two color, one student assistant and Greg, obviously your expertise. Friday we're going to travel to Lucas Oil and sit next to the stat extraordinaire Dan Phillips. We're thankful for Darren Clayton and all of his expertise as well as Superintendent Grove, and the fans are starting to file in. This is great to see. And then as again, we want to remind everyone that once this game completes, we're going to disconnect pretty quick. so that way we can rejoin back in a separate link, so that way you can watch the pep session live. Obviously, we'd love for all of you to be able to get out here and watch it in person.
And the team deserves to have you here. So if you can make it,
right,
come on down. If you can't, then we're here for you.
I think a number of things that we've heard this week is why are we going to go live stream when IHSAA is going to obviously put it up as a pay-per-view, and why not? Why wouldn't we do that? We made an honor to our sponsors that we were going to take them as far as we could take them, number one. Number two, there are going to be some people that cannot attend on Friday. We know, I know a handful of people that already had plans on Friday and cannot go, so they're excited to be able to listen to you, Kevin and Big D. We know a lot of people are going to be shopping and traveling and spending time with their family, so if you have the opportunity to travel to Indianapolis on Friday and you can buy a ticket, please do that. You've got two different ways. You can buy it online through Ticketmaster, which is the only way to purchase your ticket. And what I'm told is if you buy one ticket, it's pretty hard fees. But if you buy a number of tickets, the fees can kind of be reduced, and split amongst different people. You can buy at the door. The problem in buying it at the door is you're going to stand in those long lines in the cold. And most people are already going to be in their seats, and you're going to be fighting for, some good seats as well. So we're doing everything we can to put out as much information as we can, as we get it from the school, as we get it from the IHSAA. Some of the questions seem to be somewhat repetitive, but we don't care. We're going to keep answering them for you as we can. But keep in mind, tomorrow we're taking a day to celebrate our broadcasting students. They're coming to our house to have a big lunch, and we're going to play some board games and just have an afternoon of thanks with them. And then on Thursday is Thanksgiving. Many of you are going to gather with your families and your friends, and we're going to actually be after lunch, after celebrating with our family, we're going to be getting ready and getting prepared for state. That sounds so good, getting ready for state.
Yeah, the nice thing is for those people that are there and in attendance, you can take us with you.
Correct. We've had a number of people that, again, have said, we're going to literally put our earbuds in and we're going to turn on the broadcast and we're going to listen to play-by-play. So thank you so much for that. Melody Thuis, watching from home, sweet home. We just gave a shout-out to your son for happy birthday earlier, so hope all of you are doing well.
We're getting ready here for the opening festivities here, where
I'm surprised the band is not here tonight.
Well, I would think, with the pep session to follow.
Unless they're going to be coming a little bit later, but...
very exciting for the band to be able to go and play in Lucas Oil. I think that's amazing.
They have done an amazing job here this year,
yes,
Bren.
I agree.
They are just...
last week when we were at Lutheran, Maddie Huff went in and said, "Come on, boys, you got to do it. I want to perform it at Lucas Oil," and now the cadets get to go and perform at Lucas Oil. So that's pretty amazing.
That was always something that some friends of mine in the band would talk about. Is going and playing there. It would be unreal.
We're getting set here. Everybody's lining up. Well, the Miners are still huddled or get set for the national anthem. Still just seconds away here. Now the crowd beginning to rise.
Ladies and gentlemen, with your hats for the singing of our national anthem being performed tonight by Linton Stockton graduate Peyton Smith.
Can you see by the dawn's early
Wow. Is that all I can say? Now, we saw that she sang the other day at something, Heather, didn't we?
At her church.
Was that at her church?
She does a great job.
Greg, I'm sorry, I got everybody's audio down. Say that
Great
again.
job. The other thing, she is had a fantastic freshman season. She's on scholarship at ISU on track and field and cross country.
Let's listen now to the starting lineups.
First of all, for visiting the ladies Spartans. Starting at a guard at 5'9" senior number 2, Ella Bowe. At a guard at 5'8" sophomore number 3, Kendall Hill. At a forward at 5'8" junior number 10, Madison Parrish. At a forward at 6' senior number 11, Britton Hill. And at a guard at 5'7" sophomore number 20, Grace Detweiler. The Spartans are coached by Miss Holly Eves.
You know, so many of those names I remember. Ella Bobe, Bren Hill, Grace Detweiler. Those are names that you hear and I know them from last year. Let's listen now as the Miners are introduced. These are brought to you by
Closer Construction of Linton.
And now here's the starting lineup for the Linton Lady Miners. Starting at a guard at 5'6" senior, number 12, Addison McKee. At a guard at 5'6" senior, number 32, Olivia McKee. At guard at 5'4" freshman, number 1, Audrey Sullivan. At guard at 5'7" freshman number 3, JC Archer. And at forward at 5'7" senior number 14, Bella Franklin. The Lady Miners are coached by Mr. Garrett Antieter.
So there you have it. We have all of our starters for both these basketball teams. And what a contest. We'll see how this shapes up. Ella Bowe, number 2. Number 3, Kendall Hill. Number 10, Madison Parrish. Number 11, Bryn Hill. Remember that name. And number 20, Grace Detweiler. Of course, remember that as well. So we're about ready to tip this off. The number 1 team in the state for 2A. They're getting ready for the opening tip. Bella Franklin jumping it up, and I assume that's Bryn Hill inside there. It is. There's the tip, and there's the pass off the glass, no good. Rebound by South Knox. Going to take the jumper from the corner. That's off the glass, no good. Loose ball. Everybody's hustling after it. Bobe feeds it out. There's a 3 on the way. Up, no good. Boy, South Knox getting 3 shots at it. Let's make it 4. There, that one misses. They almost get another rebound, but this time it goes out of bounds off Kendall Hill.
Going to have to keep those down to a minimum. They're going to pick up full court here.
Last year they were a big rebounding team, so the Miners are going to have to get around them and try and pull that ball down.
There, they can't get the ball in. Olivia McKee tried to get it into her sister Addie, could not. They're going to have to figure out a better play to get designed to get the ball in. Off the glass, there's an and 1 for Bryn Hill.
There's definitely a size difference between Olivia and Bryn there, but I've seen Olivia play defense against taller girls, so I know Olivia can do it.
It says Bryn Hill is 6 foot, but boy, she looks taller than that to me.
Yeah.
When we pick them up like that, they're isolating Hill inside there like that. There's not a lot you can do.
So just like that, it's 3-0, and here's that full court pressure.
Taking too long.
Mm-hmm.
Got to get it up.
They're moving it up.
Get it across.
Yeah, they're across the timeline, but still in trouble. They're able to pick up the loose ball and set up the offense. Archer drives off the glass.
Good take.
One thing I've noticed, Brent, is J.C. Archer is not afraid to get a little contact going to the hoop.
No. I watched a few of the games in
Off the
middle
glass.
school, and she wasn't scared there either.
Another 2 points for Bryn Hill. you have to assume that some of these athletes for South Knox are going to get their points.
Oh.
You just have to make sure that everybody doesn't hurt you.
They're gonna get their points, and again, you've got to eliminate the second chance opportunities. You've got to block out.
Archer eyed the three, thought better of it.
Keep turnovers over.
Going inside, and there's a foul called. That was pretty tough defense there. Kendall Hill was all over her, J.C. Archer, but she drew the foul. Miners to inbound the ball.
Gotta go.
Nobody's moving.
No.
Not a lot of movement on the inbound play. Get it low. They go to Bryn Hill. Kick it out for the tray on the way. Perfect shot by Ella Bobe. That's a 3-point Walton Funeral Homes three-pointer. Where did you say she's going, Greg?
USI.
University of Southern Indiana.
There's already a signed, sealed, delivered deal there. A talented athlete, Audrey Sullivan, working on the right side. She got backdoored. Archer picks it up and gets the and one. No, let's see.
Yep.
Yes. J.C. Archer.
She reads the floor so well, especially for a freshman.
Bryn, when I saw her at the first few games this year, I think she was just trying to feel her way.
Mm-hmm.
But I felt like last weekend and now watching her tonight, she lets the game come to her. She doesn't try to dominate or take the ball one-on-one. It's just if it comes to her, she'll do it.
I agree. It looks very fluid for her.
Kendall
Get
Hill
out on the
ball.
short. Find your shooters. There
Kick it over in the corner. They go to the cutter off the glass. Number 2, Ella Bobe, doing what great basketball players do. That's moving without the ball, Greg.
Yeah. And you've seen that taking place away from the ball. It was getting set up right there, and there's that long pass.
Yeah, cross court. Not a good thing. Off the glass. An easy 2 for Kendall Hill. And that's it. Coach has seen enough. It's Miners won a timeout. South Knox got off to one of those blistering starts. They lead 12-4. This is Rader Media Sports.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell a home, the opportunity is better than ever. Take advantage of the falling interest rates. Real estate provides the highest returns, the greatest values, and the least risk. The best investment opportunity will not fit into a safe deposit box, but you can live in it. Go with the tradition of trust. When you are ready to buy or sell, call me, Michelle Stanger at Stanger Homes at 812-219-2307 and start packing.
Is your family protected? Call Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Alicia Cornelius to discuss your auto, home, farm, life, or business needs. It's not just about protecting my family. Let me protect yours. Proudly serving Indiana. Call 812-582-8941 to speak with Alicia. One agent for all your insurance needs.
Going to man here.
Miners trailing by 8. Shot on the left side. Up short, no good by Addie McKee. Off and running, Kendall Hill. Left side jumper, up and good by number 20, Grace Detweiler. Was that a 2?
Just a 2.
First 2 for Grace. There we got a trap play. They're getting it out on top to Sullivan. Now to Archer. Archer driving, and then immediate whistle. Let's see if it's somebody tried to. Boy, I'll tell you one thing. She draws fouls. She's not afraid to go around people and draw fouls, Brent.
Nope, not at all. It's one of the things I admired about Brady Chambers was she was never scared to drive in and pull a foul.
Here's the ball inbound. Addie McKee to Sullivan. Shot up no good. Follows her shot. She's got another tray. Doesn't want to take it. Archer spins to her left hand. Fakes. Spins again. Up off the glass. No good. It was a great move. It just did not work. Court length pass. Too much. Madison Parrish could not bring it in.
Ellie Burke came in there at that timeout for Kendall Hill, who's got 2 fouls here in the first quarter.
Thank you. We're inbounding the ball. They've decided now not to pressure the ball at this point, probably because of the 10-point lead at this point. They have a nice cushion. McKee on the left. Goes to Archer. Now to Sullivan. She's getting trapped. And they steps on the sideline. Out of bounds.
We saw this in the JV game, but the varsity South Knox team is just so quick. They make the shot and they don't even take a second. They just get back on the other side of the court, and I think that's really impressive to be able to move that quickly in such a long game.
Left side jumper, in and out, no good. Rebound pulled down by Archer. Saves it into McKee to Sullivan. Court length. McKee. Back to Addy. Jumper. Ooh, I thought that might fall, but hit the front rim. Good defense. Miners get back. Ooh, could have been a double dribble there to get it inside. Sullivan picks it off. Now they're trying to pick her pocket. They're all over. 3-on-1 there. Ball out of bounds. I think it's still going to belong to the Miners. Bella Franklin to inbound.
Got to move the ball quick. Can't hold it and look. Get it moving. Now you're going to get trapped right there.
I know we were just talking about JC, but Audrey, also a freshman, I feel like she's handling this pressure pretty well. This is definitely a more intense, high-paced game, so for some freshmen this might seem a little overwhelming.
Right. Hook pass on top of the key. McKee into Addy. Addy bounce pass to Bella Franklin. Back to Sullivan. Jumper. Yes, sweet.
That's what you're looking for. Move the ball, break it down, hit the open shooter.
Walton Funeral Service tray, 14-7. South Knox on top. Jumper, right wing. Another three. Up and good by Grace Detweiler. That's a Walton Funeral Service three-pointer, and that's 5 now for Grace.
The Miners need to move the ball, but they also need to be able to move on defense, be able to bounce in between every player, and it seems like they're getting caught and stuck in some of those passes between South Knox players.
Sullivan, Archer, Trey on the way, no good. Too long. We're coming the other way. Top of the key is Detweiler, steal. 2-on-2 off the glass. Sullivan, no good. Rebound is pulled out of there by number 20, Detweiler. We're coming the other way, and the Miners steal the ball. Sullivan goes to Addie McKee. Addie with a little stutter dribble, and then started to make them broke for the hoop, and she was fouled by Madison Parrish. Two minutes. This first quarter is going fast. Seems like 17-7. South Knox on top, and so far they're everything we thought they would be. Addie McKee with the ball. To Olivia McKee. To Audrey Sullivan. Audrey bounce pass to the baseline. Bella off the glass for an and one.
Very nice, strong move by Bella. And great entry pass there.
And Bella knew exactly what to do with it.
Bella is such a strong player offensively and defensively. And so, I don't know, it's just awesome to see her play like this.
She usually draws the toughest defensive assignments too, doesn't she?
Yes, yeah.
I mean, she can guard the big girls. She can guard regular forwards.
She's at that perfect height where you could put her on either.
Well, and she's strong enough and tenacious enough to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And she gets the and one. 3 points for Bella. 17-10. Miners making a little bit of a move here. Trey on the way. Oh, is that Detweiler again? She's deadly. A Walton Funeral Service tray for Grace Detweiler. She has 8 already. 2 trays from the field. Can't leave her alone.
No.
She's gonna kill you if you leave her that much room.
Yeah.
You gotta pick her up. One more dribble there.
Yeah, she'd have been to the hoop.
Even
she pulled
just
up.
putting a hand in that girl's face could make a huge difference in that shot.
Sullivan out on top. Goes to Archer. JC spins, tries to go up with it, and there's going to be a foul call. One thing about, they always have their arms moving for South Knox.
Yes.
They are always clawing and trying to get at the ball. And that's why I think we're seeing a lot of these fouls early here.
Mm-hmm. And I think it really helps that the Miners are so strong when they have the ball in their possession. They're not just letting it fall out of their hands and getting taken away.
When you have the depth that they have on on their roster.
JC.
You can play aggressive because if you get somebody in foul trouble, you got somebody else that can come in and be just as aggressive. And
Detweiler goes out, Parrish in. That's your point right there. JC eyes it. Flies it. Ooh, off the front of the rim. Ball out of bounds. It should be Minor ball. No, a little indecision there. I thought he might go with Miners, but nope. South Knox to inbound. Ella Bobe waiting for the inbounds pass. Boy, is she a talent. Ella with it on the left-hand side. You know, last year, Brent, I thought watching them play last year, they were so good you didn't even think about class. You didn't think about junior, senior. It didn't really matter.
No.
They were all good.
Every single one of those girls that have that jersey on, they're all really talented.
Ellie Burke with the Walton Funeral Service tray, 23-11. South Knox ball. Karams out of bounds. It'll still belong to the Miners. I think there was a little indecision there. South Knox could have picked that ball up, and they just let it roll out of bounds. Miners now to inbound. Addie. Bryn Hill on her. Gets it to Bella. Back to Olivia. That shot blocked. Sullivan. Boy, the Miners really seem like they're pressing offensively. Back to Archer. Archer spins, takes it to the glass. Off the glass, no good. Great hustle by Archer. They get the ball back. Sullivan to the rack. Good. 5 points for Audrey Sullivan. We're about to 7-second mark, 23-13. They'll get the last shot of the first quarter. Looked like a travel.
Yep.
With 1 second left, the Miners have time to get it down the floor, or will they press? They are going to press, so they will not most likely get a shot up. Sullivan. Well, they do. It's 23-13 at the end of the first quarter of play. South Knox leading the Linton Stockton Miners. This is Rader Media Sports.
Good at a lot of things, like cheering on the Miners to victory. Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent Jathan Wright is good at making sure your insurance needs are just right for you. That's why Jathan is here to help you work through any questions you might have about your auto, home, renters, business, and life insurance. Then you can get back to making sure the Miner fan section is louder than the other team. Talk to Jathan. Stop in or submit your information online and give him a call at 812-798-2615. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
Finding the best coverage for your home, auto, life, and business isn't always a walk in the park. I'm Audrey Sparks at Richard Brown Insurance, your local auto owner's insurance agent. Whether you're buying your first car or starting your own business, finding the right coverage can be a challenge. With great companies like Auto Owners Insurance, I can find the appropriate coverages so that you and your family can be better protected. Come see me, Audrey Sparks, to discuss what coverages are right for you or give me a call at 812-847-4798.
Welcome back. So we're starting now the second quarter of play. 23-13 is our score. Miners with the ball.
This second quarter is brought to you by Key Associates of Linton. Your key to the best. Call Allie Walton, Mary Beth Geralds, and Audrey Sparks of Linton today.
Miners having trouble. There's Sullivan's kind of getting knocked around, and they finally whistled a foul over there. It's on 24, Sarah French, who we saw in the JV game. They've now brought her in to guard J.C. Archer. She had 17 or something like that in the junior varsity game?
Quite a few.
But she is a junior, so that's part of that depth that you were talking about. You can bring her off the bench.
Oh.
There's a player down on the floor. Sullivan, free jumper, top of the key. She makes him pay. Audrey Sullivan with her 7th point of the night. 23-15. Miners just can't get any closer here.
That was Addison.
Or Addie.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
There we go, nice steal.
Working on the right side, trying to go to the cutter, Addie McKee. She does a great job negotiating around that baseline. On the top now to the left, Addie. Jumper, a tray on the way, looked good, just a little long.
Just a little short.
23-15, Miners back on defense. They've switched now to a 2-3 zone. Shot is short. Rebound pulled down, however, by Sarah French. Now the follow off the glass, no good. Rebound, Karam's out of bounds, and let's see.
They had a foul on Sullivan there, I believe.
Yeah, I think they called an over the back.
Number 23, Millspa checking in, and checking out is number 12, Ellie Burke.
Get out there.
They go inside. Oh, I thought that might have been a travel, but no. Madison Parrish was fouled.
Be Olivia McKee. Be her second.
6:29 to play in the first half. 23-15, South Knox. Working it on the right-hand side. French with the ball. Fakes the jumper. Almost lost control. Gets it to Bryn Hill. Now on the left side, Ella Bobe tries to go back to French. French loses control. Kicks it. Now travels when she fell over. And I was going to say. And so there, the Miners get the ball. Pylant will be now checking in. Addie McKee is coming out. No, I'm sorry. Olivia McKee is coming out.
Fish Monuments is located at 289 A Street Northeast, and they will meet with you to design your special cemetery monument. Whether you're pre-planning or have experienced the death of a loved one, please contact Fish Monuments in Linton or reach them by phone at 930-236-3002.
Boy, Sullivan getting tested by Ella Bobe defensively.
Nice move.
Jumper
there.
in the lane, no good. Oh, it was a great move by Addie McKee. Just rolled around and did not fall. They're now a little rattled with the ball as Sarah French over there in the corner. Get it to Bryn Hill, top of the key. Yes, money. 7 in the game for Hill. Bella Franklin helping out. Ella Bobe coming up from behind, trying to steal it. J.C. Archer with the jumper off the glass, no good. They say in all of sports, you either win or you learn.
Well, and I think, in that situation there, she did a good job posting up, had a great entry pass. Just got to go up and expect contact every time. And
nice weak side cover by Sarah French.
But you've just got to understand that, hey, you're going to get contact and you've got to muscle through it.
Miners coming the other way. Addie McKee now bringing the ball up. Addie working on the right side. Spins, goes back to Bella Franklin. She wants the tray. She hits it. A Walton Funeral Service three-pointer. That's 6 points now for Bella Franklin. It's 27-18. South Knox leading by 9. This is Rader Media Sports.
It starts well before the lights are turned on. The grill at the Grill is fired up well before the front door is unlocked and the first customer ventures in.
I've been coming to the Grill for 30 years. It's the best restaurant in Greene County.
It's a Ling tradition that's lasted over 100 years and the same family for over the last 40. Open 7 days a week with carry out, and speaking of traditions, they have steak night every Friday and Saturday night. If you didn't stop by today, there's always tomorrow at the Grill in downtown Linton.
Are you looking for TV or high-speed internet? Give Mike Morin a call at Midwest Satellite. He offers Dish TV plans starting at $91.99 a month and T-Mobile high-speed internet for $60 a month. Call Midwest Satellite at 812-847-8848. Call Mike. He'll treat you right.
Maylee Pylan in the game out of that timeout.
Ella Bobe brings the ball up. Working on the right side. Parrish. Sullivan on her. They get it in the top of the key. A little stutter move there by Kendall Hill. Left wing. Moving it to the right now. They're looking more to move inside now, I think. Bryn Hill with the ball, pivots, hits on the feed. That's a great play, and they executed it perfectly except for the shot. Addie McKee coming the other way. Look at all the red jerseys flocking to her instantly. They got her double covered, almost triple covered, and then they steal the ball. Ella Bobe on the left-hand side. Oh, too much protection on the ball, but the follow on the other side by Kendall Hill is good.
It's those second chances you got to eliminate. Got to put a body on somebody in transition.
Boy, they know exactly when to double and triple team, don't they, Bren?
Yeah, they do, for
They
sure.
just instinctive.
You can tell they really honed in on the scouting report, so.
Bella Franklin trying to go across on Bryn Hill. She'll have none of it. And there's a pass that's picked off. Ella Bobe picks it up.
The Miners really need to start moving and trying to get open, give better looks to people who are struggling with the ball. Because if they're double teaming, that means there's a girl that's going to be open.
Yeah, and it almost seems like whoever gets double teamed, you're on your own.
Yeah.
It doesn't look good.
No. No, it does not.
Jumper on the right side, off no good. Rebound pulled down by Kendall Hill, and then the follow. Is that Bryn Hill?
Yes.
Yeah.
9 points. Well, then Bryn gets 2 more. Wow. And the coach has seen enough. He's not going to like that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13 points, and the last 4 of them in 5 seconds. This is Rader Media Sports.
Put confidence, adventure, and accomplishment firmly in your hands with the Polaris Sportsman lineup. Get the most out of every day, pull off the toughest hauls, and keep charging on.
Since 1973, Linton Cycle Sales.
March Madness Sand Hill Crane Festival is brought to you by the Friends of Goose Pond in partnership with Goose Pond Fish and Wildlife Area. Kickoff is Friday, February 14th and all day Saturday, February 15th, 2025 at Humphreys Park and Goose Pond Visitor Center. Visit www.friendsofgoosepond.org for more information.
Comes that pressure for the move.
I'm always amazed when they throw the ball backwards.
Get across.
But there they get across.
There we got weak side. We've got to cut to the basket on the weak side.
Nice feed, Addie. Hook pass out. Sullivan, Trey, no good. Rebound, Addie McKee. Good hustle. Tries to go to J.C. Archer, but it's picked off on anticipation by Bryn Hill. Boy, she can do it all, can't she? Now she's going to shoot a Trey. Bryn Hill with the Walton Funeral Service three-pointer. That is her, I guess that's her first one of the night. 36-18.
I know we talk about pushing the ball and getting up the floor fast, but one thing I do like about Audrey Sullivan's game is she'll take that ball and she'll take a second and she'll see if there's any opening looks that she can advance the ball to, which I think shows that she's very mature in the game.
You know what I've noticed is you watch Bryn Hill. Over here, she's down low scoring. She's out here on the three. She's on her knees for the steal over here. I mean, is there anything Bryn Hill can't do?
She's a very, very talented athlete, for sure.
And she's not afraid to go to the floor,
No.
which
Not at all. She was like that last year as well. Just very, very hands-on.
working on the left side. Combs now in the ball game. Bryn Hill, Kendall Hill, Combs with the tray on the way. No good. Rebound on the weak side, pulled down by Detweiler.
Greg, going back on something you said earlier, nobody's putting
Trey,
a body
elbow.
into anybody for these rebounds. They're just kind of collecting around the basket, but there's no sort of contact to eliminate those second chances.
Going to call over and back on that play.
Yeah, just
39-18. South Knox ahead by 21. Showing why they're the number one team in 2A. Weak side now quickly into Bryn Hill. She kicks it right back out. Great shot by Kendall Hill. It will not follow, but that follow will. Great Grace Detweiler, 2, 4, 7, 10 points for Detweiler. Now they go right into that automatic full court press. Get it across the timeline. Is this Aaliyah Sam in the ball game now? Good ball handler.
She did a good job getting around that trap there in the corner.
J.C. Archer likes the contact, makes it, goes up off the glass, got it. 2, 4, 6, 7. It almost seems like she's feeling her way, like she knows which way to spin by the contact.
Yeah, she's there you go.
Trey on the way. Wow, that was way out there.
Does a
Bobe
good
with the
job of
rebound.
finding the
Nope,
body
the
back.
pass blocked by Archer. And they're going to say that it belongs to South Knox.
JC is playing with her all tonight. You can see that.
Aaliyah Sam, Ella Bobe. And Ella Bobe will win it. Going the other way. Kendall Hill blocked by J.C. Archer.
Got a foul. Wait. One of those things, I know Aaliyah's going up against somebody that's a little bigger than her down here on this end, but you got to go up. You know, if they block it, they block it. But
well, don't
you gotta
pause.
Go up
just go to the well.
Just go up, and you're going to get a foul 9 out of 10
At least a foul, yeah.
But she hesitated, and then the ball turned around so quick.
Kendall Hill makes the first free throw. She will get another one. She misses. They're a loose ball. The Miners come out with it. Pylant having trouble getting tied up. Gets it out now to Mullis. And we're coming the other way. Pass to Sam. Aaliyah working it out on top. Hook pass in the corner. McKee. No good. Rebound pulled out of there by Detweiler.
One thing about the McKee twins is once they start hitting those shots, they'll continue hitting them for the rest of the night. They just got to see that first one go in.
There's a ball out of bounds, and it should be Miner ball. Clearly off Ella Bobe, but she's pleading her case, saying no way, but looked like it was tipped back into her and then out of bounds. But here they go in that full court press.
Got it.
Addison McKee, you can see her out there trying to create some space so that she can help her sister get that ball in.
Oh, couldn't get the one shot up. So we are at halftime, and it's 42-20, South Knox over Linton. This is Rader Media Sports.
3 specialty clinics with 3 top-notch providers right here close to home. Greene County General Hospital's Team Ortho Foot and Ankle, and Surge Care are the area's go-tos when it comes to your care. Team Ortho is home to the county's only board-certified orthopedic surgeon, Dr. John Hammerstein. Dr. Matthew Parmenter is a board-certified foot and ankle surgeon with more than 35 years' experience. And board-certified general surgeon Dr. Cam Gabrielson is trained to diagnose a wide range of diseases that may require surgery. Team Ortho Foot and Ankle, and Surge Care, the trio you can trust. They're all part of the Greene County General Hospital family. Our family, caring for yours. At Crane Credit Union, you can expect a personalized experience from people committed to your financial well-being. When you visit one of our 18 branches across southern and central Indiana, you will be greeted by our team that is committed to supporting your financial needs, dreams, and possibilities through all the stages of your life. From youth and teen accounts where it pays to get A's, to auto and personal loans that are processed completely within your local branch. Your local staff can assist you with mortgage and home equity needs, and when the time is right, we can help you with your IRA retirement accounts. We will be with you every step of the way. Crane Credit Union, building relationships since 1955.
My name is Addison McKee. I've been playing since I was in 3rd grade. And my favorite memory is beating North Knox in sectionals last season. Hello, my name's Olivia McKee. I've been playing since 3rd grade. My favorite basketball memory was the bus ride after sectionals.
My name is Isabella Franklin, and I've been playing since I was in 3rd grade. And my favorite memory is going on a postseason run last year.
Hi, I'm Bailey Pilot. I've been playing basketball since the 3rd grade, and my favorite basketball memory would be probably staying in a hotel the night before semi-state.
Ladies Minor Basketball, class of 2025. senior season.
After high school, I worked in a couple factories, and then my dad convinced me to go to the apprenticeship program.
As I have pension, I have health insurance, I have an HSA, am paid while I'm learning and training, like being able to see what work I've completed.
They'll be able to go to school and get paid while they go to school, still receive a college degree, and they'll be making a great career salary-wise once they finish.
City Linton employees are dedicated to providing the best and most reliable utility service, security, and safety for its families and students. As the new mayor, I agree with the sign, "You'll like Linton." But you'll really love our miners.
Welcome back. Let's go over the scoring here. First of all, for South Knox, 42 points at halftime. They have a 42-20 lead over the Linton Stockton Lady Miners. Ella Bobe coming away with 8 points, including 2 trays from the field. Kendall Hill coming away with 5, 2 shots in the field, and 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Bryn Hill has been just nothing short of spectacular. 14 points for number 11 so far. That includes 5 shots from the field, a tray, and 1 for 1 from the free throw line. Ellie Burke with a tray. Grace Detweiler with 10 points. That includes 2 trays. And Sarah French with 2 points for 42. For the Linton Stockton Miners, coming in at 2-4, they knew they'd have their hands full. But Audrey Sullivan so far with 5. J.C. Archer coming away with 7. And Addie McKee with 2. Bella Franklin with a total of 6. And so that's the total of 20 points. First of all, first half observations. Greg, we'll start with you.
I'm just struggling with the pressure that they put on. Defensively, hey, listen, we gave up 42 points in the first half, but we've not done terrible at times. I think we've lost in transition, which Coach talked about first, for the game, and then we've lost some shooters out here out of our zone, and they move away from the ball so good, and that's a lesson that Linton needs to look at. You have to have movement away from the ball, and they do a great job. If you just sit and watch them, there's so much movement going on, you can get that defense out of position pretty quick. But we're struggling with that on the offensive end, moving away from the ball, and we're getting caught. So
it seems like when they put the pressure on full court, Greg, that the offense never really gets set because they're still rattled on the offensive side.
Yeah, and again, when you step across half court that at some point out here on the perimeter, you're going to get trapped. And, again, that's why you have to get this ball moving, and you've got to get it into the middle of that zone to where you can break it down and kick it opposite. Because when you get it in the middle, then those wings are sagging down. But we're not getting it into the middle of the zone. And so because of that, their wings are able to stay out wide. There's easy for traps. There's ball deflections. There's all those things that we're giving up right now because we're not looking and we're not cutting through that middle.
Bryn, what are you seeing that you're watching here?
I agree with Greg on a lot of things that he's saying, but kind of giving an insight of being a player, I feel that Linton really isn't putting enough movement into their offense to create openings to be able to pass the ball, which is what is causing those traps to be more frequent and to keep happening. And I feel like on defense, South Knox is just too fast. And then when it comes to those second chances, as we were talking about, those are detrimental to this game. And you don't want to give those away. Those are free points, basically. And when you don't put a body on anybody and you just kind of give them you kind of touch them a little bit, you're not preventing that from happening. So I would like to see Linton in the second quarter really, really focus on putting a body on somebody and going after that rebound.
There's no doubt about it that South Knox, the Spartans, have really dictated every aspect of this game tonight.
Yeah, for sure.
offensively and defensively. Of course, there's a reason they're the number one in 2A.
They're so talented.
They're just unbelievable talented. And again, this is what you're seeing here is a work in progress, for a long time for most of these kids. But they are talented. They can shoot the ball. They can play defense. And the depth, they've got 9 kids in the game in the first half. Mm-hmm. When you're that type of depth, and again, foul trouble's not a concern. Play aggressive. If you get in foul trouble, we got somebody else to slide in for you. And when you have that kind of depth and you can play that way, it creates havoc the entire game.
And with South Knox, I feel like, yes, their starting 5 are definitely they're more talented shooters and they're more talented defensive players. But for sure, everybody that's on the bench can also play defense at that level and can probably also make shots at that level. So no matter who's on the court, you're going to have a great team to play against.
And Bren, you point that out, but Sarah French scored like 17 in the JV, and now she came off the bench and scored about 3 or 4 here tonight.
Exactly. Everybody can shoot from anywhere. Everybody can play defense. So Linton really needs to hone in on that and really just, have some grit, I guess, and really want to come out on top.
And you watch South Knox play, Bren, the thing I have to wonder about is how did North Knox beat them last year?
Man, I always thought that South Knox was so talented, and I don't even want to say I'm impressed because I expected this caliber of game from them, but I am impressed. They just play so well, and North Knox also a talented team. So when you have those two playing together, you're bound to have a really good match between two talented teams.
Some fireworks.
Yes, for sure.
Well, why don't we take another break, because when we come back, we're going to have the second half. This is Rader Media Sports.
Linton Sporting Goods offers custom screen printing to promote your business, brand, and team. From a large array of colors and printing options, your perfect design piece to embroidery and letter jackets. Sports runs through the family, and so does Linton Sporting Goods. Shop the tradition at Linton Sporting Goods, Highway 54, where the winners shop.
Welcome back to Rader Media Sports, and we're now entering the third quarter, which is brought to you by Key Associates of Linton, your key to the very best. Allie Walton, Mary Beth Geralds, and Audrey Sparks of Linton.
Kendall Hill getting ready to inbound the ball. Let's see the other starters. Looks like it's still Brendan Hill, as you might expect. Madison Parrish is in there. 2, Ella Bobe, of course. I can't quite see the number on who's behind Ella.
Number 20.
That's Detweiler. So same starters for
both.
For South Knox, and same for Linton. Miners come out, though. Looks like they've gone to a zone, but into Bryn Hill. She's fouled by Archer.
Before the foul, I just wanted to point out the movement between JC and Bella was really good there in that defense. JC came up, flashed her hand, and backed off to give Bella that time to come and take that girl away.
Bryn Hill going to the line. She has 14 so far, is 1 for 1 from the free throw line. Make it 2 for 2.
She has such an amazing shot.
It's fluid.
Yes.
Oh, these kids. They just love being on TV. Yeah, nice shot.
Well, and I noticed that a number of them continue to keep running back and forth, so.
Nice back cut.
Nice back cut, yep. But didn't get anything out of it. Archer on the left-hand side tries to drive, hands it off to Addie McKee. Addie kicks it out to Bella. Jumper on the way, good. Is that a tray?
Yes. Much better.
Bella also has an amazing shot.
That is a Walton Funeral Service 3-point shot.
Up, shot no good. Rebound, follow no good. Miners come out with the ball. McKee across the timeline. Addie wants to take it coast to coast. No, stops. They're going to call a travel. Well, it's one of those things you almost have to know where your teammates are at the same time as you're heading up the floor. I think she got a little ahead of herself.
Definitely needs some communication between the players.
Ella Bobe. No good. Rebound, the follow, good for Kendall Hill. That's her 7th point of the night. But again, they come out just as aggressive as they were in the first half. 46-23. Sullivan. They clear it out. Detweiler is now guarding Sullivan. Addie McKee. Spins to Olivia. Back to Audrey. Bella. Audrey. Shot up and no good by Addie McKee. We're coming the other way.
Stop ball.
Kendall Hill, Detweiler. Inside, movement to the hoop by Parrish. She gets it inside to Ella Bobe. Ella can't get anything done with it. Archer comes up with the ball, but
I think down there JC could have had her. She just got beat because she didn't anticipate that pass was going to be put in to Bobe.
Miners inbound. They got the benefit in the jump ball of getting the arrow.
Switching up again. Got to get it across. Get it out of there. Go. Pass it. Move it.
Get it to the corner. Olivia McKee has the ball knocked away by Ella Bobe. Oh, I like that subtle. She looks at the ref and points like, you're supposed to go this way. And the ref goes, nope, other way. But I like that little subtle like, hey, I'll call it for you. Sullivan. Bounce pass, left-hand side, J.C. Archer way out on top. J.C., drives. I thought she'd finished. Kicks it out to Bella. In and out, no good. Bella gets her own rebound. Nice feed underneath and a hook shot and away for Addie McKee.
One thing about Bella is that if there's a pass that she can make, she will make it. She's not a selfish player at all.
You certainly like to see Addie McKee get a little more active on the offensive side. There's a shot up on the no good. Archer pulls down the rebound and trying to fight her way out there. I noticed every time they do that, that's a perfect. JC reacted the perfect way.
Yeah.
Just let them maul you and keep spinning the ball because they're going to call a foul. They almost have to.
Just keep them all moving, and then it's hard to have a jump ball.
Sullivan.
Olivia picked that up and was like, why are you giving this to me?
Addie McKee working on the right side. Sullivan starts the drive. Detweiler cuts her off. Gives it back to Olivia McKee to Addie, trying to cut to the hoop. Feeds it out to Bella. Now to Archer. At least we're seeing some ball movement here. And there's foul on Ella Bobe.
Good take there. Go back to where we was at down here a little bit. One of the things South Knox does really good is they smother that outlet pass or that rebound to keep you from getting in any kind of transition.
JC's just doing a great job of pulling that foul and making them come foul her.
Archer has 7 points on the night. Last time out, she had 27 points. It was just an unbelievable game. 8 points now for JC, the freshman.
Sarah French coming in the game there for Kendall Hill.
Second free throw by JC, rims off. So we're coming the other way. Ella Bobe wants to dine and dash, kicks it out to Bryn Hill. Bryn misses one. That'll probably be the first time. And there's a great save, and the follow is up and good. I want to get who scored there first, Ella Bobe. But it was all because of a hustle play by another Spartan. There's a shot up, no good. Bryn Hill wipes the board clean.
The Miners seem to be doing better when they try and get in the paint a little bit.
Bobe trips and falls. Archer,
nice
the feed to Sullivan off the glass. A little dine and dash. Audrey Sullivan with 7 points. And there's a timeout call. Sullivan, hits the floor.
I think she just tripped over air there, but
hope she's okay. That was just a timeout called by South Knox, 48-28, 3:43 to play in the third quarter. This is Rader Media Sports.
Anna, let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
It's a perfect season for camping, so give Audrey Sparks at Richard Brown Assurance a call to get the best protection for your camper. And the grill is open 7 days a week with a large menu featuring daily specials. Dine in or carry out at your favorites for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Located in downtown Linton, this family-owned business has something for everyone.
340. Oh, I'm sorry, Heather.
And Team Ortho is Greene County's only orthopedic clinic featuring board-certified orthopedic surgeon Dr. John Hammerstein. Team Ortho also has lead athletic trainer Jed Arsenault, who is here on the bench, who works with Linton Stockton student athletes to help minimize the risk of injury. Call Team Ortho today at 812-847-3381. Greene County General Hospital, our family, caring for yours.
So it is.
High-low there.
Who scored that? I missed that.
Parrish.
Parrish with 2. That's her first 2 of the night. 50-28. South Knox on top, and here's the steal. We're coming the other way. Shot off the glass. It's going to be an and one. Sarah French getting 2 baskets or 2 points there, and now we'll cash in with the free throw. Five points now for French. 53-28. Was an attempt to a steal by French. Sullivan. Foul called on French.
This is what I'm
Bella
talking
Franklin
about
to
here.
inbound.
You know, French is coming in, and she has got one job to do, and that is just to absolutely put complete pressure on the ball. And that is what she's doing. And, yeah, she got a foul.
Boy, she's
Look,
awfully physical with her, isn't she?
yeah, and, you know, the thing is, when you could put that kind of much pressure on the ball like that, look how hard it becomes to get into any kind of offense. So it's one of the luxuries you have when you have the kind of talent and the depth that South Knox has.
That's another foul, I think, on French. I don't know how many she has in her limited time in, but Audrey hits that one. She now has 8 points on the night. Now French is going out, coming back in. I can't quite tell that number with a ponytail. Bren, that's the only thing that drives me nuts about
the girls' sports.
What the one with ponytails over the
yeah.
number. You can't tell. Is that a 1 or a 7? I don't know. It's a 1. Okay. Combs is in the ball game now. Did Audrey make that second free throw? There's a shot by Combs, a tray. A Walton Funeral Service tray. Coming the other way. Sullivan picked up by Combs. Want to look inside to Bella. Trying to get the ball into her. Can't do it. Now they tip the ball her way. Nice bounce pass out to Sullivan. She'll take it. No good. Ella Bobe off and running. Spins. Kicks it back out. Combs. In and out. No good. Off the glass by Parrish. No good. Off the glass by Bryn Hill. She never misses. 16-17 for Bryn Hill. 58-29. 150 remaining here in the third quarter. Bella, shot up, no good. Rebound is pulled down by Detweiler. Everybody knows their roles, what Greg has said all night long tonight, and I think they're right with South Knox. Bryn Hill with a Walton Funeral Service three-pointer, and I think that pushes her up to 20 points now.
She's very, very talented, and she knows how to read the floor and what shots she needs to take and what ones she doesn't.
And she does. The thing I always love it when you watch somebody who's really, really good, they don't demand the ball. They're in the flow of the game.
She's definitely a good ball player.
Yeah. She'll get 20 points a night no matter what. Archer, shot up, no good. She's fouled. That's going to be a 3-shot free throw. She's on the floor, and I think she got to walk it off a little bit here, but I think she got a little shaken up on that one. JC will go to the free throw line.
Detweiler with the foul there. JC get 3.
First free throw is good. 9 points now for JC. Second free throw rims off.
Aaliyah Sam's coming in the game now for Olivia McKee.
Yep, thank you. One more free throw yet for JC Archer.
And I believe Maylee Pilan's going to be coming in for JC.
Here it is. Okay, JC coming off. Pilant coming in. Ella Bobe walking it up. Really, as good as Ella Bobe is, she is not the one who's hurt the Miners tonight. It's been Bryn Hill.
Well, she hadn't hurt the Miners.
Bryn Hill with the rebound.
Hadn't hurt the Miners in terms of looking at the point total. I mean, she's sitting here, got 10 points, but she has done everything else. So you watch her away from the ball, you watch her going to the basket, rebounding. She does all of the little things to go along. And
she quarterbacks the team. Boy, they are aggressive. That's French getting the tie up on the jump ball, and it'll stay with South Knox. Boy, how tall is, they say Combs is 5'11". She looks 6 foot easy to me. And she's got the ball. She's a shooter. There's a shot up off the glass. I'm not sure what Parrish was hoping for on that. We're coming the other way. Aaliyah Sam with the ball. Kicks it back to Sullivan. Back to Aaliyah. Take it. It's up. Oh, in and out.
Twice.
Aaliyah, she can make those.
It was in and out twice.
Oh. 12 seconds left here in quarter number 3. They whip it into, guess who? Bryn Hill. Kicks it back out. Ella Bobe has to take the shot, and she cans the tray. A Walton funeral service tray. 1 second remaining. The Miners will not get up a shot. 64-31 as we head up to quarter number 4. This is Rader Media Sports.
Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Welcome back to Rader Media Sports. At Indiana Farm Bureau, we're not just good at your insurance, we're good at your insurance. Talk to your local agent, Jathan Wright. He's here for you whether you want to talk in person, get started online, or you can call him at 812-798-2615. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood. Linton Sporting Goods is your local one-stop equipment shop for all things local sports. Locally owned and operated in the family for over 40 years, they will make sure you are ready for the start of the season or upgrade throughout the season or prepare for the state finals. Find them on Facebook today. Kevin?
You know, there is one thing I always wonder about. When you're ahead by 33 and there's 8 minutes left in the game and the risk of injury, why are some of these girls still in the ballgame?
They're preparing for a season. They're preparing for a season. It's early in the year, and listen again. They're going 9 deep, and they'll work some more girls in here as they go. But you're trying to. You have one goal. It's not to win this game. It's to win a state title, and so you're going to play and do everything you can with the group that you have to get better and get prepared for that tournament run.
Bella looking
There's
for a
nice
cutter.
back
Has got
cut.
it. Addie McKee.
Very nice back cut, and Bella hit her really well there.
6 points for Addie. They have really missed her offensive performance. Bobe cuts to the hoop the other side. An easy 2 for Ella.
One thing I've realized is there's not a lot of communication between the Miners on the defensive end, and I think if there's more communication, some of those back cuts and things like that wouldn't be happening.
Out on top, Sullivan spins. Bounce passes to Bella. Franklin back to Sullivan. Sullivan wanted to get the ball to Addie, could
Good
not,
take.
but gets
Good
the cut
take.
to the hoop. 2 for Audrey Sullivan. That gives her 10 points, I believe, in the ball game. Bryn Hill. What a shot.
It was a good idea to come down and make that trap down at the baseline, but at the same time you're leaving Bryn Hill open, who has outscored everybody else on her team. So definitely someone you want to watch and keep an eye on in this game.
A Walton Funeral Service three-pointer for Bryn. Addie in the corner. Maylee Pylant. Pass picked off by Detweiler. French on the other side, off the glass too hard, and then Bobe with the foul over Aaliyah Sam. So the Miners will bring it back the other way.
Audrey did exactly what she needed to do there, and that was just stick with that girl on that run and just try and be straight up and be a body there.
Bryn, I've always wondered, to be truthful, I've always thought Aaliyah Sam was a good ball player and deserved more time. I'm glad to see her in there.
Yeah.
She's got the ball on the right side. Fakes the pass in. Now goes cross court. Almost picked off. Sullivan able to save it.
Yeah,
Gets it back to Addie McKee. Pylant.
Aaliyah's one of those players that can get physical when needed and knows when not to be physical. So
Nice drive. Stops and pops. Too hard. Rebound, Ella Bobe. Ella, court length pass. Too hard. Intended for Kendall Hill. The pass was incomplete.
Aaliyah made a nice little move, took that shot, missed it. Nothing wrong with the shot. Shoot it. That's the kind of shot you try to get in there. The only thing wrong with it didn't go in. I mean, you work hard, you get those type of shots, they'll start falling. But we've got to move the ball quickly. You can't.
Aaliyah Sam trapped. The ball's stolen.
Hold on, wait for it.
Coming
to
the other
travel.
way, Bryn Hill can't control
Travel.
it.
Yeah. Stepped on the L line.
That's probably the only thing, and I can't even say that she did that wrong, but that's probably the only thing that's gone bad for her.
Yeah.
But one thing I do appreciate about her is instead of getting really upset and angry about it, she just laughed it off, looked at the bench and laughed. Like she knew she messed up, but she'll do better next time.
Boy, it helps when you're up by 34.
It definitely does, yeah.
Bounce pass, right-hand side, Addie McKee. Left side, J.C. Archer. Behind the back, spin move. And then the feed to Abby McKee. And her shot's blocked by Bryn Hill. French. Misses again. That's the second time she had a free pass to the lane and couldn't cash in. Addie back to McKee. Shot blocked by Bryn Hill. Hustling back, she makes the defensive play.
I do like that Abby is still going up strong with it, and she's still trying to make that shot, whether or not she's going to get blocked, which I really appreciate.
Good call. J.C. Archer to inbound underneath. Getting it out on top. Archer. Bobe picks her up and steals the ball, and she's off and running. J.C. trying to come up from behind. Wants to tip the ball, but it's going to be an and one for Ella Bobe.
That's one of those things that's really hard when you're trying to beat somebody back on a fast break like that is if you're going to foul them, you want to make it count. You don't want them to be able to make that basket because that's just giving them another free point there.
Here, that free throw is good. So 3-point play for Ella Bobe. Just about the time I say she isn't damaging the game tonight. She's got 17. Bounce pass right-hand side, Archer. Addie McKee, Trey on the way, no good. Rebound, Bryn Hill. Outlet, Detweiler spins off the glass. Or wanted to go off the glass. The ball never got that high, but they're going to say she's fouled. Detweiler will go to the line and shoot a pair. She has 10.
I know I've said it multiple times, but I'm going to say it again, is South Knox is just outrunning our girls by a mile. And it's hard for the Miners to get back and try and cut off those plays, but when you're being outran like that, you got to be really, really careful and choosy on when you're going to foul and when you're not. And this team is so strong in shooting, it's hard.
Detweiler hits the second free throw. 4:26 remaining in the game, 73-35 South Knox. And apparently we have a timeout on the floor. Heather?
So we want to go ahead and do a couple more live reads here. Looking to sell your home? Century 21 Sheets agent Corey Motter specializes in getting top dollar for his clients. With a proven track record and personalized marketing strategies, Corey strives to make selling easy and stress-free. Get the results you deserve and close it with Corey. Also at Crane Credit Union, Crane Credit Union supports area schools and wants to encourage every student to do their very best. With youth and teen accounts, students can earn $4 for every A on their semester report cards. For more information, visit your local branch or find out more information on cranecu.org.
4:26 remaining in the ball game, 73-35.
Gym is getting pretty packed here, Kevin.
People still, I won't say still filing in. I think they've been in and out all night long. But, yeah. Big, what do we call it, actually? Is it a pep rally?
Pep session, pep rally.
Pep session. Okay.
Something.
Whatever you want it to be, Kevin, it can be whatever you want it to be.
Pep session for the football team playing for a state title on Friday night. I don't have to tell anybody that who's listening. They all know that.
Yeah.
Combs.
You can't leave her open.
They can't leave anybody open. Really.
No, you can't. Her Walden Frinner-Holmes three-point shot. That's her second of the night for 6 points.
We are also in the Key Associates of Linton fourth quarter.
Thank you. And by the way, thank you for doing yeoman's duty reading all of the ads tonight. I appreciate it.
It's okay.
Move.
Pass on the inside to McKee. Addie up with a shot. No. Here's Bryn Hill now bringing the ball up. She can be a point guard, too. Combs wide open.
Can't leave her open.
9 for Combs, and it's 79-35.
I'll say this is usually when you play a team, there's two really good shooters, and there's at least one person that you can kind of just forget about for a little bit. But this team, everybody on here is someone you need to be worried about. Everyone on this team is a threat.
I hate to say this, but they could break 100. Here's Combs. Another Walton Funeral Service tray, her fourth. There's 2 minutes and 50 seconds left, and they're at 82. There is the possibility of breaking 100. Get it on the left side, Aaliyah Sam.
Linton really needs to show a hand in all these girls' faces just to try and delay that shot a little bit.
Archer to Sullivan. Audrey takes the shot, no good. Here comes South Knox. Underneath, oh, they got a traveling call. Little stutter step by Ellie Burke. Cost her a possession there.
We've got Shaylee Killian and Marley Rimmel in the game.
Now we've got some substitutes coming in. 82-35. 2 minutes, 5 seconds now remaining in the game.
Got Calissa Lavely in for South Knox.
Leah Sam kicks it on the right side to Sullivan. .145 now remaining in the game. Killian. French on her. Aaliyah Sam. Right side Sullivan. Killian. Foul. I think it's going to be on French again.
We are at a running clock, and we want to remind everyone that as soon as this game is over and we do a very quick post-game, we're going to disconnect from this feed, and then we will put up a new feed for the pep session.
I didn't know they had a running clock for basketball.
Yeah,
is that right?
Yes.
When does that take place? When does that
I believe
start?
it's a 35-point lead.
Okay. Oops.
I thought they had that earlier, so it might be more.
About 45 seconds now remaining in the game. 82-35 is our score right now. It's been all South Knox. You can certainly see why they are the number one team in 2A. Right-hand side, Remmel, hook pass, wanting to go to the Miners. Picked off or coming the other way. There's a shot up, no good. I think they're just letting them play now. Shot up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Remmel. 13 seconds to go. 10. Remmel gets it into McKee. Shot off the glass, no good. Rebound fought for on the floor. Scramble, a scrum, and that's how it's going to end. 82-35. We'll be back with a very quick E2 Custom Creations post-game show when we return. This is Rader Media Sports.
E2 Custom Creations, we know that every memory has a story. Every time we sit around with family and friends, we share those memories. When we pull the boxes of old pictures out of the closet, we revisit those memories of our past. Whether it's a photo or a special moment with family, a picture of a loved one who has passed. When you think about that moment, there's a memory that goes with it. At E2 Custom Creations, we offer custom laser engraving for keepsakes, personalized gifts, home decor, signage, awards, and many other custom made-to-order products. Let us help you personalize a unique gift for a loved one, customize an item, or create promotional materials and awards for your business or athletic team. Our services include engraving and cutting on a variety of materials, including wood, acrylic, leather, granite, marble, glass, and coated metals, just to name a few. If you have an idea, reach out and let's talk about how we can bring your idea to life.
Welcome back to Rader Media Sports, and we're currently in the E2 Custom Creations post-game show. Kevin, Greg, Bryn, what can you add here? What can you add to the show?
I think that the Miners put up a great fight. South Knox, they came out with a punch, and they had that punch the whole game. And it's really hard to beat a team that's so determined and never gives up. And I just want to say, again, Miners played a great game tonight. I think that they can take this as a learning experience and grow from it and become stronger with it. And I think that from this game, they're able to see their strengths and their weaknesses.
Yeah, we just, again, you're outmatched. I don't think there was probably anybody that looked at this game and thought that we wouldn't be. But, you got to learn from it. You've got to look at things and, this is where you want to be. You want to beat teams like this. You got to do what these type of teams do, and they've got to work on their game. They've got to shoot. They've got to do the off-season stuff. And again, they really played well. And Miners did some good things, but if you've got to figure out how to handle this pressure, the type of pressure that South Knox puts on you, they're going to see it again. I mean, they got games coming up here really quick that. When you look at Linton's schedule, they're going to have some other games coming up that they're over Christmas break. They're going to see that type of pressure. So,
I agree.
What do you learn from it? What do you take from it? Don't worry so much about the scoreboard and get better.
I think that's one of the things as a player that was really detrimental to me and some of my teammates was that we just didn't care about the scoreboard. You played your game how you wanted to play your game. And I agree with you, and I'm going to repeat it again, that, you take away from this and you learn from it and you grow, because you can lose to a team in season and end up beating them in postseason. That's how it goes. So Linton might be a whole new team in postseason, and we'll never know till we get there. And South Knox may still be at the same top-notch caliber that they are.
Yeah, they scored 82 points tonight to the Miners 35, and it really was their game from the beginning. They were just overpowering tonight. Too many points for the Rader scorebook. I think I'm a little off here, but what I have is Delaney Combs with 12, 4 3-pointers. I have Ella Bobe with 18. She had 8 in intermission, came back with 10 more in the second half. I have Kendall Hill with 7, Madison Parrish with 2, Bryn Hill with 23, and let me tell you, she is, as advertised, she is an excellent basketball player. Ellie Burke I have with a tray for 3. I have Grace Detweiler with 11, and Sarah French with 5. But I think that's a little short of 82, so I may be cutting some people short there. On the Linton side, well, it's not easy, not as hard to total with 35. I have Audrey Sullivan with a total of 10. I have J.C. Archer with 10. I have Addie McKee with 6. Bella Franklin with 9. So Olivia McKee, Maylee Pylant, Aaliyah Sam basically played when the game was still in question, did not score.
I want everyone to know what I'm seeing right now is Maylee just finished the game and she's already got her cheer uniform on ready for this pep session that's about to begin. So.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to disconnect from this feed. We are scheduled to go back live in about 4 minutes. So I've just posted that link on our Facebook page. If you're watching on the Indiana High School Athletic Association Champions Network, you can find it there as well. And as a reminder, this broadcast, South Knox versus Linton, is available only until 9 o'clock tomorrow evening. So for Greg Elliott, Bryn Anderson, Kevin Rader, and myself,